And then I went back to God. God, what happened? And God said, you're not like them. Even though they're all doing it, you can't afford to. So I learned my lesson. Learn to, follow God, even though you're in the marketplace. So I'll tell you this one. I wanted a cut from a vendor. Everyone was doing it. Why not? So I decided to pitch in. I spoke to the guy, told him how much to add on that particular, transaction. And all of a sudden, he wasn't paying me my cut. I got mad. I had planned for that money. I had a lot of things I wanted to do, with that money. And it wasn't just bulging. So one day I sent him a text message, a stinker, to say that, how dare you, blah, 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 blah. I told her that drama, and that was it. And the guy forwarded my text to my bosses. Oh my God. They made fun of me. I felt like as if the ground should, open and I'll enter. And then everyone was doing it. Don't forget, but I'm not everyone. God taught me that lesson. And so after they had all made fun of me, they did so many things. I even thought I was going to lose my job, and I almost did, because the text was just circulating. And the people that did not like me, they just blew it out of proportion and all that. And then I went back to God. God, what happened? And God said, you're not like them. Even though they're all doing it, you can't afford to. So I learned my lesson. Learn to, follow God, even though you're in the marketplace. You're not like them. You're different. You're unique. God placed you there to change the systems, structures, and the culture. So you can't blend in. You need to understand the kingdom culture and then stay with God. Guess what? Years down the line, I called the same vendor for another work. And he said, oh, ma'am, I'm so sorry about what happened the last time. It won't happen again. Just give me this job. I said, no, I will give you without anything. He couldn't believe it. I gave him, and then he kept asking me for account number. I said, no, don't worry. He didn't believe it. He was a Muslim. I could just imagine how, that singular act touched him. But God showed me that several years down the line again, there was this vendor that I had given him so much work. He was running into billions. And he felt the normal thing to do was for me to take a cut. By then, of course, I knew I was a kingdom babe. So I said, no need. I don't need anything. Don't worry. He said, mom, we have to say thank you. He pressured me. I did not say anything. Eventually, I left that role. I moved on. The man came one day and said he wanted to see me. I was wondering why. I said, I'm no longer handling that desk. I don't have any favors to offer. He said, no, but that he has seen what God has done through me, that the works that I gave him, that they were so, that everything went smoothly, and that he realized this was after a year or two that he hadn't even said a thank you. And I said, no, don't worry. I was just doing my job. He said, no, you were more than just doing your job. Several people have come into that position after you left, and they have demanded, they have billed us. They almost frustrated at work because we didn't want to pay them a cut. But it's time for me to reward you. And then he handed me one envelope. I opened the envelope, dollars. He handed me the second one, opened it, dollars. I said, all this for what? He said, do you know the amount of work that you gave me? And then I was now searching my spirit, Lord, do I collect this one or what? And the Lord said, it's a thank you. Till today, if I call that man, he jumps, he asks whatever he can do to say a thank you. It has made me sing that only God rewards, but that as a kingdom child, you do not follow what people do. You do not follow the systems or the culture of men. You are a trailblazer for his glory. God bless you. Hi, everyone. My name is Phoebe, and I'm the convener of Marketplace Vessels Conference biannual event. Before the recently concluded conference, the Lord has been nudging me to share my stories. And I believe as someone that has spent over 20 years in the corporate circle, we have stories that you can resonate with. I have stories. And I believe that as I share the stories, that you will recognize the things the Lord would have you do, either as a corporate person, a professional, an entrepreneur, or a leader. I believe that the Lord would speak to your heart, the things that you need to do in this season. I'll title this next set of series as a Chronicles of My Journey in the Workplace.